I hope it's going to last. Lee, maybe let me just quickly give it to you. I'm not sure how bad is my signal. And yeah, please just carry on. I've made you a co-host, so if I drop again, let me make you a co-host. If I drop again, then you can then just carry on.
Okay, thank you so much. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, so now let me introduce my name. So thank you so much, Dumisa. My name is Lechubana Marco, and I am currently working for Indlu as a site surveyor. So basically, I am on the technical side of the company. So I will be taking you through what Indlu is and what kind of products are we offering and how the loan works. And lastly, I will also explain how to apply for the loan. So we as Indlu, we develop backrooms in partnership with existing landowners who are finding it difficult to fund the backrooms themselves. We do that by issuing a loan to the landowner. The loan, it repays through the rent generated from the newly developed backrooms. Can you all hear me?
No.
No.
We can hear you.
Lee, we can hear
Yes,
you.
we can.
It's
Okay.
strange that someone is saying no.
Yeah. Okay, so we are currently having two products that we are offering. The first product that we are offering is Indlu Premium, and the second product is the Owner Builder. Now, let me give you the difference between these two products. Now, I'm going to start on the Indlu Premium. So I'm going to start on the Indlu Premium. So on Indlu Premium, we're mostly talking about the double-story buildings. And the loan takes up to 10 years. So the monthly cashback that goes to the landowner is 20%. So on this product, Indlu provides the contractors. So now I'm going to the second part of the product, which is the Owner Builder. So now with the Owner Builder product, we mostly talking about the single-story buildings. The loan takes up to 6 years, and the monthly cashback that goes to the landowner is 10%. So on this product, the landowner needs to find a builder for themselves. And then we as Indlu are responsible for labor and providing for the material. So the nice thing about this loan is we are maintaining the building, and then we are also tenanting the building. So while I was explaining the two different types of this product, I mentioned the cashback that goes to the landowner. So now, let me explain this cashback. This cashback that goes to the landowner is the money that the landowner will receive from the rent just to assist them with water expenses. Because we as Indlu, we not focus on the water expenses, but instead, we rather let the landowner to be in charge of them. So yeah, can I continue?
Yes, yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay. So now I'm going to the most important part of this loan. So I'm gonna give an example. Yes, the product, right? So let me make an example. example.
Is it my connectivity or are we losing Lee?
Yeah, we are losing. We are losing Lee.
Okay, let's just be patient. The network does not like us today. She did say that she's got a problem with the network. That's why she's not turning her camera on. So let's just allow her to come back.
Hi.
Yes, Lee, you back. Just that where you were asking if you could go ahead.
Oh, did you guys get the different types of products that we're giving and the benefits? Hello?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So I was explaining the two products that we are currently giving, right? So I also explained the different types of them. Then I said, we as Indlu, the nicest thing about our loan is we maintain the building and then we also tenant the building. So now let me explain how this loan works. So I'm gonna make an example, right? So you are the landowner. So I come to your yard and I realize that you have a space that accommodates 10 rooms, right? Now each room, let's say for instance, it's 60,000. So if there are 10 of them, it means it's 600,000. So in this 600,000, that's the Indlu loan that I will be issuing you as a landowner. Now let's assume that each tenant is paying 1.5, right? So now that means for the building that stands with 10 rooms, we'll be collecting 15,000 monthly from the tenants. So obviously these tenants, they only know that they're paying 1.5, right? But then when they pay this rent, they're gonna use an Indlu app, which it has a charging fee of 5%. So now from this 5%, because there are 10 rooms, I'll be charging each room 5%. So meaning I'll be deducting 75 rand from the 1.5 that they are paying into the for the rent. So meaning out of 15,000, I'll be taking out 750. And then we're gonna have the remaining of 14,250. So now as a cashback, you as a landowner, I'm gonna give you 10% of the remaining. And then the rest of this money goes back to your Indlu loan. It pays back your loan and it goes as your consultation fee, which is your maintenance fee, right? So when you look at these two products that I was explaining, it follows the same concept. So what I was explaining right now is just how you guys can understand how this loan works. Now, for you to be able to apply for the loan, you need to provide us with certain documents like your South African ID, your title deed, your utility bill. And lastly, we're gonna send the surveyors just to check the space of your property. And then the surveyors, they will advise you on which product you qualify for. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning, that we're currently operating in Mamelodi and in Tembisa. So for the people who are staying in Tembisa, we have offices in Calfontaine Corner Mall, and we also have the offices in Ebony Park, just next to Ivory, next to Busy Corner, right? So another thing is we're gonna have these agencies at the office. They'll be using a link that they'll help you to apply with it. So what Indlu does is Indlu assists people with the building loan. Indlu creates jobs for unemployed people. Indlu gives out a cashback while you're paying it, while you're paying your loan. So yeah, I guess this is how far I can go about the information. So more information, you can go to our webpage and see more about Indlu. Thank you, Dumiso, and thank you guys.
Thank you, Lee. And you got a good spot the second time around in terms of your connectivity. It's
Really?
Your network is much clearer now. Yeah. Maybe that the network was just playing games with us at the beginning, but yeah, we managed to get it through. But maybe just summarize it, Lee. The different types of your products. I think you mentioned 2.
Yeah.
And then
let me go back.
Yes, yeah. Let's just quickly go back.
Okay, so now let me go back to these 2 types of product that we are offering. I mentioned that we have an Indlu product, which is the first product. We have the second product, which is owner builder. So I'm going to give the difference between the premium product that we are offering and the owner builder product. With the Indlu premium, we're mostly talking about the double-story buildings. The loan takes up to 10 years. The monthly cashback that goes to the landowner is 20%. And on this product, Indlu is providing the contractors. Now we go into the second part of this product, which is the owner builder. Owner builder, we're mostly talking about the single-story buildings. The loan takes up to 6 years. The monthly cashback that goes to the landowner is 10%. Now, on this product, Indlu always gives an opportunity to the landowner to go look for their own builder. But we as Indlu, we're going to pay the labor for the builder. We also provide the material for the landlord. So what I'm trying to explain is we're giving the project to the landowner, but then we are funding that. So that's the 2 different types of the products that we are having. Now in these products, you won't know which one you qualify, not up until the surveyor comes to your yard and takes measurement and tells you which one you qualify for, because they are the one who can tell you that now your space qualify for this product or your space qualify for the other product. So it's only the surveyor that can give you that information.
Okay, yeah, it's much more clearer now. But let me just find out from you in terms of both these products, the issues around town planning and architecture and stuff. Who does all of that? The plans and getting the plans approved by the municipality.
Okay, so like I said, I am on the technical side, right? But
Yes.
then I'm also limited. So I do the measurements and then I've sent them to the architecture. And then that's where now they do the plan and do all of that. So I'm not informed so much about that. I'd rather give this question to someone who's more responsible to that. So unfortunately, I don't have anyone working for Indlu right now to join the meeting, but then I'll write every question down and then I will send this to your email and then just to give information to everyone who needs information in the group.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine, yeah. But in terms of the financing, does Indlu finance the architect and the approval of plans, or you guys just focus on the building?
I wouldn't have answers for that.
Okay.
As well.
Okay.
So
no,
I wouldn't have that. Yeah.
Okay.
But
no,
I will definitely give you correct answers as soon as I get them.
Okay. That's fine, yeah. And then now let's move. Someone asked whether must you have a house, which is a great question. Do you need to have a house paid up,
Yes.
or you guys you will take over the house?
No, currently our main focus was only on people who are having the RDPs, right? So obviously, for you to qualify for this loan, I mentioned that you need to have a title deed. So now if you're having a bond and you're still owing the bond, basically you don't have the title deed. Your title deed is still with the bank.
Yes.
Right?
Mm.
So now what the company is doing right now, they now moving to giving this loan to people who are still owing the bank. They're having the bond and still owing the bank. So by then their loan will never be the same as the other ones for the RDPs. For instance, their loan might take longer. For instance, maybe 2 years more. But then they still giving opportunities to the people who are owning the bond houses. I don't know if I have answered your question.
I got lost behind. I thought you were saying you would focus on the people that have got RDPs or they've got the title deed already. Now,
yes, this is what they're trying to implement. It's something new.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
now my advice is, even if you're having a bond, so I'm really talking about somebody who has a bond on this group, for instance, and they are interested, you can still apply because now they're implementing something very new for them.
Oh,
They still
okay.
accommodate them, yeah.
Okay, okay. Yeah, okay. No, that's fine. Ladies and gents, I will take questions. Let me just allow Uli to then go on to the app, because I got confused in terms of how the app works. I understand now the products, and then let's just go to the app, Lee, in terms of how does the app work and how does it give the refund to the owner?
Okay, so let's say you already owning a property, right? And you are interested in this loan. So you go to Calfontaine Corner office, and then you sit down with the agencies. So what they do is they're still going to explain some of these things, like the information that I gave you. And then they will request you to give them your ID. Well, they're not taking your ID. They're just going to scan it, right? And then they're going to take your utility bill and your title deed. Now, this is a very simple process. It's a link, right? Now, this link, it asks your personal information like your name, your surname, your ID, and your phone numbers. And then it also asks about the address. For instance, if you want us to build in a certain address, then you need to include on the link. And then it's going to ask you, are you the owner of the property? Obviously, if you say yes, then there's going to be a portion where you need to upload those documents. So they will do that on your behalf, right? So yeah, and then we will get your application on the system, and then we book you for survey just to see the side of your house and what kind of product are you offering.
Okay. Lee?
Yeah. Have I answered your question?
No, not really. I was talking about the Indlu app, the one where you're talking about the tenants that the tenants apply for rentals in the app, and the owner gets 5%. I just wanted you to repeat that part.
Okay. So let me go back to that part of 10%, right? And let me go back to the app where I was explaining the 5%, right? Can I go back and make that example? Maybe you guys didn't really get it.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
so now you have, okay, so as a surveyor, right? I come to your house, right? Then I realize that the space that is available on your property accommodates 10 rooms, right? So I need you guys to now have a picture of what I'm talking about. Let's say on your property, you already have, you qualify for a building with 10 rooms. Now, each room on your property, let's say it's 60,000, right? Now, there are 10 of them. So it means on this 60,000, so each of them, it's 60,000. So 60,000 multiplied by 10, it's 600,000.
Yeah.
So now that's the loan that we will be giving you, right? Now let's assume that each tenant on these buildings pays 1.5, right?
Yeah.
Now, that means we will be collecting 15,000 in a building that stands with 10 rooms. This 15,000, it comes from the tenants. But these tenants, when they are paying for the rent monthly, they're using the app, right? But then there's a charging fee on the app, which is 5%. Now, what these tenants knows is they're only paying 1.5, right? But what I understand is I know that 5% needs to be utilized for the app. Now, for these tenants, because they are 10, they will be paying 5%, right? For the app. So now what means, hello?
Yes, yeah, we're following.
Oh, okay. So now that means from the 1.5 that they are paying, I'll be pulling out 75 rand for each, right? Utilizing it for the app. Now, when you add all of these 75 rand, the 10 of them, it makes 750. So that means from the 15,000 that I collect from this building, I will pull out 750 and utilize it for the app monthly. Now there's going to be a remaining of 14,250. Now that's where the landowner steps in. So I say to the landowner, I'm going to give you a 10% of the remaining just after the app.
Yeah.
Right? Now, the landowner, the 10% of 14,250, it means it's 1.4. Right?
Yeah.
Now, the landowner will be receiving 1.4 for the next agreed. I don't know which product will this client be falling on. You understand?
Yes, yeah.
So let's say this client will be receiving 1.425 per month for the next coming either 10 years or 6 years.
6 years, yes.
And then what happens to the remaining just after I gave the money to the landowner? It means the rest of the money goes back to your Indlu. It pays back your Indlu, right? That I provided. And then the other money of these remaining goes back to your maintenance. So those are your consultation fee. I'm talking about the maintenance fee, meaning we as Indlu, I mentioned that we are maintaining the building for the agreed time.
Okay.
So depending on what product you qualify for. If it's premium, you know that for 10 years, I will be maintaining the building. If it's owner builder, then it means for 6 years, I will be maintaining the building. Yes. So do you all understand? Do you all follow?
Yeah, no, yes, until you got to...
Yes, makes sense.
Until you got to the 14,250 that goes to the Indlu loan, and then so this full amount goes to Indlu loan. Indlu is responsible for maintenance, is responsible for who's responsible for letting? Is it the owner? And water and electricity.
No.
Someone was asking about water and electricity. Who pays for that? For water and electricity?
Yeah, this is what I was. Okay. So this is what I was explaining, right? That just after the app, we will be remaining with 14,250. right?
Yeah.
And then from 14,250, we're going to give the landowner 10%, which is now 1.425. So it's no
Yes.
longer 14,250. It will be 12,000
yes.
something.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. Now this 12,000 something that is left, it goes to your Indlu loan. It pays back your Indlu loan, right? With the interest, right?
Yeah.
And then it also goes as your maintenance fee. Like, for instance, if there's anything that can be broken on the building, it's within your right as a landowner to give me a call and say, I have maybe a bulb or the window. And then we come and we fix it, because that will be part of your contract. We don't allow a landowner to take something out of their pocket just to fix the building. So we do that. We actually have money standing for that. All right.
Okay. And then for water and electricity, do we have prepaid meters? Or how does that work?
Normally, when it comes to water, with these 10% that we're giving out to the landowner, we always ask the landowner to be the one paying off the water. But then when it comes to electricity, we're going to put meter box in their rooms, right?
Yeah.
And then they will buy electricity for themselves. So the only responsibility the landowner has with this tenant is just paying for the water. And then the remaining will be the one that the landowner can use. So that's why we say you get a cash back.
Okay.
But then in terms of electricity, you as a tenant, you should be able to now pay, buy yourself electricity.
Sure. I'm scared to call it a
Can we please mute ourselves?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to. Yeah. Okay. Someone else now. Lulega?
Maya, you only have one plastic. You only have one plastic. Two. Where's the other one? One plastic, one color. See? Plastic bag with your shoes on it. Yeah.
Umpemedzi?
Adidas. Pumas. Yeah, I didn't see it. No, take one. I know you look after your shoes. So.
Okay. I apologize for that. I muted and then she unmutes herself back and then yeah. Okay. Lee, let's continue. I think we're done. Lee, are you still here?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. Let's ask Buyi. Buyi has a question.
Okay, Bui.
Okay, just standing in for Buyi, she's on another call now. But her question was, in terms of the rooms which you are talking about, what do they come with a standard? Because there was a mention of a rough estimate when you were talking that maybe 10 rooms each costing 60,000. And then in terms of construction, I think if each room was to cost 60,000, if they are clapped in together to become a modular building, it should be even cheaper. But you can explain as you tell what each room comes with in terms of, does it have a built-in toilet like an in-suite? Are people using a common toilet? Because I think with this amount, it must be something attractive.
Yeah, so I do understand your question. So now let's go back to the premium products, right? So with the premium product, like it's those double-story products. Ne? With these double-story products, we normally mix. It's either you're gonna have a bachelor, right, and have a standard, and also have the cottage. So basically, when it comes to premium products, we normally mix these rooms, but it also depends on how the feasibility of the area is, because sometimes it's just pointless to have cottages where the area is not busy, right? Now, with the second product, which is owner builder, it came in when we realized that people don't have enough space. So when it comes to owner builder, we strictly focus on the standards rooms, because now it means you don't have enough space. So that's why now we're having these two products. So the second product was just to accommodate for people who don't have enough space. And then we're mostly focusing on the standards, because if you have to make a bachelor in a very small place, like it's not gonna make sense. I don't know if you understand what I mean.
Yeah, let me just add on that one. So
Yeah,
when you're talking about a standard room, are you talking about just an
it's,
empty room with no...
like an in-suite? Because you haven't explained there was a kitchenette and so forth. Well, it's just an...
Okay, so now let me explain. The bachelors, ne? Okay, let me start with the standard. The standard room is just a room with nothing, right? Which high chances it might be 1.2, 1.3. Then now I'm going to the bachelors. The bachelors is a room with a shower and a toilet only. So high chances are you might pay 2.1, right? And then I go to the cottage. With the cottage, it's a room with toilet, a shower, and the kitchen. So you might be paying 2.5, 2.8, just around there. So that also depends. I don't have control over, well, we don't have control over on which product you're gonna get. At the end of the day, they're gonna sit, the architecture and other people, they're gonna know how busy the area is, and then they will decide. I don't know if I have answered your question.
Boy, are you happy?
Boy.
Yeah, I think somehow she's coming through.
Okay, no, that's fine. Let me just follow up, Lee. Do you have a standard number of rooms that you build, or like, for instance, a minimum to say we only build? Other people have got a standard structure. They say we only build 6 rooms. Others, they say we don't build more. We don't take a project that's got more less than 5 rooms. So I just want to understand from your side, how do you work around that? If I've got a space that fits only 1 room, can you build it for me?
No. So with the premium product, we only take up to, let's say, 5 rooms from down. But then with the owner builder, you can only have, for instance, you start qualifying for owner builder if you have space for 3 rooms. So if you have for 2 rooms, you don't qualify for the loan. If you have space for 1 room, you don't qualify for the loan. For you to qualify for the premium, you still need to have space that accommodates 5 rooms. So if it's 4, you qualify for owner builder.
Okay. And then do you take empty stands?
We do, as long as it has the owner, as long as it has a title deed, we do that.
Okay. Mr. Maseko.
Yes, morning. Thanks for taking my question. My main concern is on the side of the water. Since when I'm a plumber, I'm very cautious about water and usage of water by the tenants. So I just want to get clarity, Lee, when you explain it in terms of water. So from that 10%, then that you'll be giving back the investor. the investor must pay the water of the whole, of everyone.
Yes.
Okay, and I'm thinking, since you have prepaid meters for the electricity, wouldn't it be effective if you also install prepaid water meters so that everyone is responsible for their own water?
Yeah, but another thing is, look at it on the owner builder product. How are you going to keep up with monitoring that? Because now with the toilet, it's a communal shower. So how are you going to do that? I don't know if you understand. We got questions.
It's communal, okay.
Yeah, we got questions when it comes to premium product. But another thing, the challenging part is we're also mixing all these rooms. So you're gonna have like bachelors, your standards, all in one building. So it's kind of a challenge. So we just decided to now hand it over to the landowner to say, you as a landowner, I think because you're staying here, you can be able to see what's happening, because we as Indlu, we are far from overlooking everything in your yard. Because at the end of the day, you are the landowner, you have your own rules, So in terms of water usage,
the landowner must be staying on the yard.
Sorry?
Is it the must that the landowner must be staying on the property?
No, not really a must, not really a must, but then we just don't want to be part of the water usage. We are mainly focused on the other things, but with the water usage, we still give you ownership as a landowner, just to focus on that.
Okay. And when you sign the documents, depending on the choice of the landowner or the other package that you mentioned, is anything open for discussion, for negotiation, in terms of the amount of years, the interest, and so on and so forth?
Yeah, but remember, as for my side, let me talk about me. In terms of that, as a site surveyor, so I'll be telling you what kind of product you qualify for. And then it's up to you as a landowner to decide whether are you continuing taking this product or not. Because we'll be talking about something that we both see.
Yeah, I think what Masego is asking is, now he has accepted the product. He just wants to know whether we can negotiate the interest rate, or we're saying those are standard. Like we just say to you, this is the product, this is how much it will cost you. Is there even an interest rate that is linked to this loan, or it's just the number of years that says your loan is for the product that you get is 10 years, and therefore you'll be paying it over the period of 10 years. And this is how it works, like you have explained us. We don't necessarily have to link it to interest rate and all of that. Lee, did you get my question?
You know what I can do now? I did. You know what I can do, because I'm mostly not dealing with contracts and all that. I'm gonna take this question to the loan officer, and then I'll come back to you with proper answers regarding that.
Okay. No, that's fine. Tembu.
Good morning, everyone, and highly. Just a quick question, just to get clarity about this product. I'm going to talk about, I think, the premium, because maybe it makes sense to me.
Okay.
So, is the landowner is expected to be a landlord? You can just correct me. That's my first question, meaning they are in charge of collecting the rent and making sure that everything is, working well on the building. I just want to get clarity there on that point, the role of the landlord or the landowner, because I think I heard that you are the ones collecting the rent, and also whether you are in charge of getting the tenants, you see. So I just want to get the clear role there. And then the second part is, I think the water issue is going to still link in with me. I just want to get sense of the numbers now. So basically you have the 5% that is a kickback to the landowner. For we use an example of 15,000. So that means 750, that's the amount, and which leaves me with 14,250. That 14,250, then I still get a 10% on top of that, which then makes it 2,175. So what I just want to just make sure that my numbers are correct. Therefore, the amount that is going to remain, 12,825, that money goes through to Indlu.
Ndembo,
Yes.
sorry, I just noticed that she, yeah,
yes.
you are, but I just noticed that she disconnected and I readmitted her just now. So maybe let's just find out how much she got of your question. Lee?
Oh.
Hi, I'm back. I'm sorry, I didn't get anything. I'm sorry.
Oh, where did you lose us?
Yo, when he was asking the question, then the system kicked me out.
Okay, no, the system saved you. He has such difficult questions.
No. Yeah, so he was saying he's more interested in the Indlu premium.
No, in the role of the landlord. What's
Yeah,
the role of the landlord? You collect the rent through the premium through the app, but the landlord is responsible for the tenants.
Tenants in the building or what?
Yes.
Yes. No, the landlord is not responsible.
In the building.
Hello?
Go ahead, Lee.
Yes,
okay. But the thing is, I want you to get the question right before I jump on answering. His question was, is the landlord responsible for getting tenants?
No. You understand that you get tenants through the app, or they pay through the app, or you get them through the app. Who's responsible? Maybe let's start there. Who's responsible for tenants? For getting tenants?
Currently we're having agents in Calfontaine Corner Mall who are currently doing that for us. So they tenant in the building for us. So it's not the landowner's responsibility to find tenants. But then if, for instance, a landowner decides to have someone that they know that wants to be in those rooms, it's okay. You know? You just let us know, and then we register the tenant so that the tenant can be able to pay through the app.
Okay.
Okay. So whether they pay or not, that's not our problem as landowners.
No.
Okay.
It's our responsibility. Yeah.
Okay. And then the second part was just breaking the numbers. I just wanted to get clarity on the 15,000 because we used it as an example.
Yes.
That you'll give 750 as part of the incentive or a kickback.
No.
And then from the yes. Yes, Lee.
So you were asking about the 750, right?
750, and then the 1,425, which is the 10, if it's the 10% or the 20%, whichever.
Yeah.
Let's just use it as
for whichever. Yeah.
So
what you want
those two amounts.
Hello, I didn't get that.
Yeah, I think he's also having difficulties with connectivity. But what he wanted clarity on, and I think I got it, that the 750 it's an admin fee. It does not go to the landlord, but it's an admin fee. The landlord gets 10% of the net after the 750. Am I correct in my understanding, Lee?
Yeah, you are very well.
Okay, did you get it in Tembu?
Yes, I got it. So meaning it's just 1,425. That's all you get.
Yes.
Yes.
Out of that, you must pay water.
Of which? Or then I must pay water.
Yes.
Okay, which can run into 2,000, 3,000 sometime.
Okay, well, we don't have a case like that. Well, I've never seen any case like that. I don't want to
but
lie.
it's something that it's something that you guys need to have a real look at, because then the landlord for the coming 6 years, the landlord is not getting much basically, because if we must still pay water out of that, yeah, it tends to be too much. But what I like, I must just state this, and I have been advising people who come to me asking for advice around the products like this, that when you look at these products, don't look at them in terms of how much you're gonna get over the investment period. You can actually make a lot of money just using these products. Forget about how much you're getting over the 6 years or 10 years, but just go around finding these properties that are suitable for Indlu to finance. You give them to Indlu, they finance, you go around, you get another one, you give it to Indlu to finance, and look at the 10 years and say to yourself, after 10 years, this is how much, this is how many properties I will be making, because then after 10 years, Indlu leaves you, or after 6 years, Indlu leaves you, and then they go on with their business. You have now the properties. You do whatever you want with your properties. But I was just saying that the water situation is probably something that you guys need to do some work on. Mtembu, you done? Guys, am I still audible?
Yes, I think I'm fine.
Yeah, we still hear you.
Yeah, but there's a huge lag between in the communication. Lee, can you hear me?
Yeah, but you are so slow.
Okay, let's take another question. Anyone with any other question?
Yes.
Who's that? Just go ahead. Just go ahead. I think it's Masego. Just go ahead, Masego.
Yes, sir. Lee, I just wanted to ask something. What happens if you are in year 3 with Indlu and then you must relocate, meaning you must sell due to certain circumstances or personal circumstances? What happens? Do we write off the debt or what happens?
Okay, so whether you decide to, let's say you're selling your property, right? While you're still paying us this loan. So now your loan, it's gonna continue either way because we are leasing the building. Ne? So let's say you've gave us 50% of what you are owing. Let's say it's an owner builder product, right? So in 3 years, you probably gave us the 50% of what you're owing and the interest on it, right? Now, even if you decide to sell this property, there's going to be papers that goes with your municipal documents that says you have a loan with Indlu. So basically, the person who's going to buy your property, they will also know that this building that I'm buying, it's attached to this loan that it's going to continue paying itself. So basically, this loan doesn't stop up until you finish paying it. But then that will fall to the second person who's going to buy the property. I don't know if I have answered your question.
So
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so basically the new owner must take over the loan.
Yes, it's similar. It's a similar situation if you pass it on. Obviously, the loan is still going to continue paying itself. So now, if this house is under your kids, we're still going to go to your kids and explain this if you never explain the Indlu loan to them. And then with the proof of all the documents that you've gave us, and then we'll still continue taking our money and then getting the 10% or 20% for the agreed time.
Okay, my final question is, when are you moving on to other areas? Not my final question, just probably, yeah. When are you moving on to the other areas? You are in Tembisa now and Mamelodi. But maybe let me ask this also important question. When you're saying Tembisa, how do you describe your area? If, for instance, I'm in Ebony Park, do you finance that area? Or if I'm in Klipfontein, do you finance that area? How do you define, where do you set boundaries? Because, for instance, you've got Tembisa, you've got Klipfontein on the other side, and then you've got Clayville on the other side. Do you go to those areas, or how do you demarcate your areas?
Like I mentioned, that how do I answer this question? Okay, so now this loan works like this for as long as you have a title deed, because there are areas even in Tembisa, they don't have title deeds, so meaning they don't qualify for that. So anyway, we are everywhere. We're not only in Ebony Park or Kafontein, we're also in Ivory, we're also in the other side of Tembisa. So we're just everywhere. For as long as you present to us the documents that we will need, then we are able to give you the loan. But then we obviously, places like where they have shacks, well, we don't build there because we know normally they don't have title deeds.
Yeah, no. What I'm asking is, if for instance I'm in Clayville and I have title deed, would you finance my property?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. If I'm in, if for instance we move on to, what's that township on the other side of Centurion?
Oh.
If
Oliven,
yeah, Oliven. If I'm in Oliven, and I've got tax deed, would you finance it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So basically, there's no limitations. If wherever you are, as long as you've got title deed, you can just approach Indlu, and Indlu will then come and decide whether it's the product that they would want to finance.
Yeah, but you remember when I started mentioning, when I started with my presentation, I said currently we are operating in Mamelodi and Tembisa, but with a plan of moving to other areas.
Okay.
Yes.
Mbali?
Just to be sure I heard you correctly, Lee, are you saying even if I'm here in Johannesburg South and I've got a title deed, I should still approach your offices?
Yeah, so I know soon we'll be moving to Soweto. Like soon we'll be moving to Soweto. So if you're on the south of Joburg, you're still safe for now because we're gonna move there now.
Okay, I will find that information in your website once you have moved to the south.
No, you can still apply. The nicest thing is if you apply now, as soon as we move into the site, obviously you're gonna be the first people that we start with. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't stop anyone to apply. The nicest thing is when we start expanding, going to those areas, then we'll be finding your documents, we'll be finding all the information about you. And then we
Yeah.
are able to now, you know, give
Yeah.
you that loan.
Okay.
Thank you.
Lee, can I ask you guys to just pass the information to the office that when you have made the final decision to move to the next areas, just let me know. Then I will let the ECAS communities know that you are moving to the next township.
Okay, I'll do that. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Now let me take you back to, because we hear property investors, and property investors by its very nature, we don't like paying off our loans. But now you guys want a tackle deed, and it's always not a good investment strategy to pay off your loan, to pay off a loan, a property investment loan. So can you just go back there and tell us what is the stand? And if you're not really sure about it, it's still fine. You can then ask the office, and then they will come back to us.
Can I leave it to them for now?
And then you must tell them that ECAS communities said this thing of title deeds, this one, it's a problem. We need to work. We need to find a way of working around it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if there is any more questions on your side. I think I've covered what I wanted to find out from Lee. And Lee is you took down our questions, né? And then you will then ask the relevant people to give you the information, and then you send me the information around the questions that are still outstanding.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. Is there any other question? We still have 5 more minutes. Okay, it seems we don't have any more questions. And yeah, Lee, thank you so much for agreeing to come through. Let me see if I can turn on my camera. Thank you for agreeing to come through. And I know how difficult this was for you. And I know how many times you have attempted to pull out, but obviously you insisted that you come through, and you've done very well. We got as much as we could from you, and yeah, we highly appreciate it. Thank you. Am I talking by myself now, or Lee is still here?
No, I am still here, but I was struggling to hear you.
Or maybe it's because of I like seeing myself. Let me take off the video. Yeah, no, I was just saying thank you to you, and we highly appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Ladies and gents, let me again apologize for the connectivity. I'm not sure what happened this morning. It just dropped immediately as we were about to go in. And as you could see from the picture that I just showed, that I'm actually sitting outside, and you don't want to know where I put my device at this point in time to be able to connect. But this is what is going on. Next week, we're having Ukaka, who is going to be touching on the municipal regulations that are required for us to build the rooms and the investments that we want. And then it will be followed, Kaka will be followed by Umtembu. You had him ask here, and for those that have been coming through, they know him, who is a regular in these sessions. In fact, is part of us. He's going to be sharing with us how we can get our plans approved and the matters around the architecture, but we'll also just be talking to him about his investment strategy and the things that he has done around properties. So that's our coming 2 more sessions. This weekend, this coming weekend, next weekend, and then I think it's gonna be the 4th of September. After that, we're planning to have a conference, Ekasi Properties Collaborative Conference, which will be about 5 hours or so. I'm still trying to get speakers around it, but the purpose of that conference is for us to see if we can collaborate, how we can collaborate. Is the stokvel option, is it the only option that's available for us as Black and small investors? And how we can access, I'm still also trying to get people from the government, which will probably be someone from the Department of Housing or anyone from the municipalities of Johannesburg or Tshwane, to just come and share with us in terms of the regulations and how they are saving us in these regulations. In fact, I think it's an opportune time to have this conference and the discussion because they're coming towards elections. So they'll probably be more agreeable to come to us and speak to us. But we must then, when they are there, we must then ask them the difficult questions because they must tell us how do the current policies serve us as small Black property investors. And then after that, we're probably going to take 1 or 2 weeks break, and then we come back. I've already spoken to Bulelani Balabala, who will be coming through our roundtables. He's a founder of an organization called Township Entrepreneurship Alliance. I just want him to come to us and talk to us about the township economies and how we can benefit from the township economies. We do property investment, but are we doing it the right way? Is it the only way that we can benefit from this investment? Like you have seen now, there is many people that can see opportunities in the townships. And also going back to the conference that we want to have collaboration to see how we can put our hands together to collaborate so that we don't have people coming from the outside and taking over our spaces. Obviously, I'm using the words loosely here. I'm not saying there is people from the outside because everyone comes from. Everyone in South Africa is not an outsider, is a South African citizen. So I'm using the words loosely here. And then, as you can see in the picture, I hope you can see it, we've got another resident, a regular attendee. In fact, he used to be basically a student of Ekasi Properties. He has built the structures that you can see, the 2 structures that you can see there. That one is in Kempton Park and the second one is in Tembisa. He'll come through and tell us how he did it and possibly share hopefully something that will inspire us and make us be able to do or aspire to do the things that he can do. Because if he can do it, it means we can also do it. So that's coming up, but for you and your money that you have paid for the series, so next week you get it for free, and the week after that you get it for free. So you're getting Kaka, which is town planning, and Unzuzo, which is architecture as part of what you've paid. It's not for free because I never do anything for free now. I wanted to talk about that, but obviously the network gave us issues. But yeah, this is what you have paid for. You've paid for today and next week and the week after that. And then that will be it. And then again, thank you. If you want to talk about coaching and mentorship, let's talk. You've got my contact numbers. And now let's go out there, change our lives. We've got some kind of information. Let's change our lives. If you still want to have a discussion around what we had today, you can give me a call, but as you can see, maybe let me show you my camera. I hope it's not going to interrupt
too much. If I can find it. As you can see, I'm sitting where the sun is. Let me just stand up and show you how blue is the sky is where I am. I'm not sure if you can see the rolling hills of the areas that I am. So go out there, change the world, do the little that you can to change your situation and grow your investments, and have a blessed, productive weekend, blessed Sunday, and a productive week ahead. Let's meet again next week, Saturday. Thank you so much for coming through. Goodbye. Oh yeah, and follow us on Twitter. There's great opportunities and free things that are coming up there on Twitter. I'm sure. I know there's 1 or 2 people that came for free from the Twitter space. So yeah, follow us there, and yeah, take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Peter.
Thank you, Dumiso.
Yeah, I'm Tembu. I hope you're getting ready.